So y'all, I am sitting out here for a few minutes with my relights, and I have a million things that I can be doing inside right now, but it is the weekend anyway, and I do try to kick things down a lot on the weekends because my husband's home, and I try to keep the house just going at a minimal, and then I just catch up on things during the early part of the week, Monday and Tuesday. So anyway, sitting outside with my relight, enjoying looking at the beautiful swimming pool, and then I'm gonna go for a walk for 30 minutes. So just wanted to pop on here and share with you. It's important to sit. It's important to sit, relax, especially as a mom. You have to plan those breaks in the day so you can enjoy life. So here's a little carnivore transparency for you. But our garden area, this is our field garden area, still has a lot of weeds, has some old sunflowers there, but this is all sweet potatoes that are going to be ready for harvest in the next few weeks. But we're probably going to eat a few sweet potatoes, y'all, because we planted them, and that's just the way that it is. And we do have a plan for that mid-lighter garden come this fall. As the weather continues to cool off, we're going to be rehabbing that whole garden area, and we're probably going to be doing all blueberry plants in there because they will have the water systems in place, and we do enjoy our blueberries. One row we did plant with strawberries. We'll have to check and see how that one is doing, but maybe blueberries and strawberries. So it'll be a carnivore garden and that will be just fine with us. We're going to be very, very happy and thankful for that. So I'm on my walk. I'm doing a field walk today because it's really dusty out there by the pond, and I just have my flip-flops on, and because I don't have my sneakers on right now, and so I don't want to get filthy dirty, so I'm just going to be walking around here in my flip-flops for maybe 20 minutes. I try to do 30, but I don't know if I'll do 30 today. I had a lot to do. We have friends that we're going to visit for the weekend, and I want to get out of here very, very soon, and I still got to run inside and pack up my clothes and the little kids' clothes and clothes for church on Sunday. So then we're going to hurry and eat something before we go. Nug. Nug. You waiting for mommy? You don't understand why mommy's walking in circles? She's like, it's hot. It's not even that hot. It's probably like 85. Hey girl. Feels like 75 after a long summer. Note to self, don't try to walk around the field in flip-flops, because my feet are all torn up with fire ant bites now. Here are some of our beautiful ladies, some of our layer hens. I think I'm going to add more tarps all the way down here for the fall and winter months, and just give them an even longer tunnel. There's Beans, our mama cooney pig, and she is in our front orchard, and they have just done fabulously in the front orchard this summer. Gives them a good place for shade. They keep the grass mowed down for us, and she gave us 6 babies this spring, which all got good homes. How's that girl? How's that girl? Sweet girl. Came up to say hello. Sweet mama. Hi. Thanks for coming to say hi. Feels like I always do. I always do. Thanks, Beaner.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are bringing you along for another what we eat in a day, carnivore, big family style. And this morning, Miss Grace just woke up and made herself some eggs with blueberries. So my little ones have berries, and so she made some eggs with blueberries, all by herself? How'd you do that?
I just mixed them up with the eggs. And I just put them on the pan with some butter.
With some butter. Sounds good. So I'm about to get my coffee, and yeah, we'll get you some, Bubba.
Yeah, I'll split it.
I'm gonna put these eggs back up here. And yesterday was a big day for me because I got my kitchen all cleaned up and organized. So I'll show you all around. Show you what I got done yesterday. I got a lot done in the house yesterday, actually. Not just the kitchen. Yeah, a lot done. So praise the Lord for energy to do that. So we do have a little, like, you can hear it in my throat.
I know what I'm doing.
Just like a little bit of a sore throat and a little bit of, it's our 90-day mark where we usually get very wiped out. And I've talked about this a lot, but we kind of came up on it, and everybody kind of has like respiratory stuff going on right now. But it's been very, very mild. Nothing like before. Again, just very mild. And it's just like you don't feel good a little bit. You just kind of feel like a little sore throat. And some of my kids have taken some allergy medicine, but everybody got it. So anyway, could have been related this time, but I'm not sure, to the ice cream, the birthday ice cream, because we had a little birthday celebration and we used some store-bought ice cream. Could have been that got everybody sick, but I didn't have store-bought ice cream, and I still got it a little bit now too. So I'll show you all a little kitchen inspiration here. So everything is all organized. Today I just have to deep clean everything. Like, I organized everything yesterday, but today is wiping things down better, scrubbing the floor, scrubbing the cabinets, all of that. We wiped down the lights. Grace wiped down the lights yesterday for me. But here's the cool thing. I know it's a little dark in here. I should turn the lights on. Is I set up this little table yesterday. James made me this table a while back. And let me hit the light. So yeah, James made me this table a while back, and I had it put in my pantry room. And since I downsized my pantry room quite a bit, I can show you that in a minute. I pulled this out of my pantry room, and I thought it made a really nice little coffee table, like / appliance table. So it just keeps all the appliances off of the countertops, which is kind of nice. It just gives more room. So we have our blender for our smoothies, and my Ninja Creamy for our ice cream, and my coffee pot, which I love. I can link that for you below. I love the coffee pot. There's a few brands that make them though. Just, it's all stainless, so there's no plastic components in that coffee pot, which is really nice, and it keeps the coffee warm all day. Our little tea maker there for heating up water, and then some people like pour over coffee, so we have our little pour over thing here, and our grinder, our coffee grinder, our blender back here for blending up our butter and our tallow into our coffee, and then a jar of coffee grounds here with a cup, and our waffle maker. Over here I brought out an extra shelf out of my pantry, and I just used it to put a couple extra mixing bowls, our big pot of, or just big container of coffee beans, and then I put just a little extra tile slate that I had, and I just put the honey. There's actually 2 different types of honey that everybody uses. There's creamed honey, and then our regular liquid honey, and then cinnamon, actually I think this is pumpkin spice, and then ginger. And that's my last little bit of tallow. I'll probably use that this morning in my coffee. And there's my little bit of vanilla. I gotta fill up my vanilla jar. And then down here are my 2 Instapots, and I probably will put in another shelf here. I had this set up for the pantry use, but I'll put in this other shelf, and then I can have a little bit more space if I need to store some more pots. Okay, y'all, so over here is my chalkboard with my chore reminder for my 1 son who is responsible for feeding the horses, chickens, and pigs. So if you're wondering why it says horses, chickens, and pigs, that's a reminder. He needs a reminder. So here's my cast iron and just pots and pans, y'all. This is just nothing fancy. Just all my pots and pans are right here. They're all in one spot. I hate having to get down and dig out of cabinets and pull out pots and pans. And honestly, we don't use a lot of pots and pans anymore anyway, because we're carnivore now. So I mainly am just grabbing like my cast iron and throwing some meat in the cast iron to heat up. That's kind of what we're doing mostly these days anyway. But I still do use a couple of these things, like for making bacon and cookies. What am I saying? Cookies. Oh, my brain went to default. Matt's laughing at me. Okay, y'all, so I'm just going to show you real quick my coffee again. So I'm going to take my tallow, my big scoop of tallow, and put that into my cup. And this is my last little bit of tallow. We went through the 7-pound bucket. It takes us a little over a month to go through that 7-pound bucket of tallow. I do not put honey in my coffee. I haven't done that for over 5 years now. Since my cancer scare, I just got rid of the sugar in my coffee. So I just don't do it, and I don't really miss it. So you can do it. It's possible if you want to cut that out. And to pour my coffee in. I said cinnamon, it's actually pumpkin spice, because carnivores can enjoy the fall too. It's beautiful weather out. Actually, me and Matt were just talking about it this morning, that the weather has changed so suddenly here that all of a sudden it's just like bam, like cool, very cool mornings. Well, very cool for us Texans, which is like under 80 degrees, 75 degrees out. It's just like a nice cool morning the last few mornings. So it's just been beautiful, but it is a little scary, like Matt was saying, to go from above 100 to like 70s in the morning. So we're like, okay, what are we in for here this winter? They're saying it's gonna be a crazy winter, y'all. Are you saying it's gonna be a crazy winter where you're at too? Okay, y'all, so that is my coffee. So good. It is my first meal of the day every day. It usually holds me to like about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I will have my first meal of the day at that point. But I got that little tip from the 5-Minute Body girl, Rena, over at 5-Minute Body. If you haven't checked her out, her videos are awesome. Her interviews are awesome, just very informative. So definitely go check her out. And if you're a woman, you'll probably even appreciate her at a whole nother level, because she's been a carnivore for a very long time now, many years. Anyway, the one thing that I forgot to add into this that I'm going to do right now is my iodine drops. So like I said, I have the Lugol's 2.5%. I got this recommendation from Dr. Bright. So I think she has the 5%, if I'm not mistaken. So I have 2.5%. So I do 4 drops. You can also check out Kelly Hogan. You can check out Nisha from Dr. Barry's channel, and they will all talk about the importance of iodine for thyroid health for everybody, especially teenagers too. Dr. Bright talks about, because that's when your thyroid is really active in developing hormones and all of that stuff too. So if you have teenagers, it's very important for them as well. I recommend get her book, and then you would probably know a lot more, or just ask around in the carnivore community, and then you'll know But this is for everybody, not just carnivores. Iodine supplementation is just very good for everybody as a whole. You can, I think, overdo it depending on which doctor you're listening to. Some doctors, I don't think they say you can overdo it, but I know for me, some people are more sensitive to it. I was very sensitive to iodine. I couldn't even do 1 drop in the beginning. It would really hurt. My neck area would really hurt. And then I quit, and then I went back to it again. This is just all within starting carnivore, so this is very recent. And then so I went back to just doing 1 drop, and then I was able to tolerate 1, so then I went to 2 drops and 3 drops, and now I'm at 4 drops, which is where I want to stay. That's a good happy place for me, I think. So anyway, highly recommend this. So while I'm on here, I just thought that maybe some of you might appreciate some of my organization in the kitchen, just some big family kitchen logistics. And if your brain operates the way that mine does, I really like having things out visually so I can see them, so that they're easy to grab, so everybody can function and access in the kitchen, and also maintain the kitchen and put the kitchen back together very easily. It's easy for my little people to figure out and my big people to figure out, my husband to figure out, just by having things really, really out in the open. So maybe you might enjoy this. I just figured I should probably do a little deeper tour just to give you some inspiration. So this little board back here, you can see it has these little hooks on it. It's actually just a key ring hooks. You can see I have my keys under here. I think we got them from Walmart, actually, these little key hooks. I don't like the organizational hooks where they slide all over the place, because to me it's just messy, like when it pots and pans, or the silverware ones that slide, or I'm sorry, the serving spoon ones that slide. So I like fixed hooks. So I got these from Walmart, and then my son just screwed them to this pretty piece of blue pine board, and then he mounted it to the wall. And so this is for all my measuring cups and my measuring spoons, and then I have a little thing of funnels up here too. And then of course we have all of our keys hanging there, so it's just how we stay organized. My knife holder is right here, my salt and pepper is here, my cutting board is here. Everything is just out in the open. Again, just very visual. I had my son James make this really pretty blue pine shelf for me a couple years back now, I guess, and we had these brackets from another project, so he just put the brackets underneath of there. And then this shelf has held many things. It used to hold all of my spices when we weren't doing carnivore, so this was just loaded with spices, all different baking spices and things like that. But now it's just really, really basic, and it just holds my cloth napkins back there and my eggs. And I love getting my eggs every day and putting them in that basket. They just look so pretty there, I think. And these cloth napkins I got a few months back now, maybe 5 or 6 months back, but I like them. They have like a little doily kind of trim to them, and I can link them for you below. These were the natural color napkins, like the unbleached natural ones. And so I have a whole bunch of them up there, and they're really nice, and they all match. So if we have company come over or whatever, it's just really nice. And then in my drawers is just all my just organizational stuff, like, you know, lids to jars and just all different things in there. I keep all of our plates right here, and our 2 outside cups that are left over from that set are right there too. So if the kids need to grab a cup to run outside. Over here, James did the same thing. He just took a piece of blue pine wood, and we got these stationary hooks. And what he did, you can see, is he staggered them. He just offset them so that they can all hang. And then I just have my wooden utensils, my big wooden utensils, and my stainless steel utensils, and that just stays there. So, and then over here, we just took a similar idea, and we just ordered these mug hooks, and now we can hang up all of our mugs. And I love the camping mugs. I'm a big fan of the camping section because when you have kids and a big family, a camping mug is an awesome thing because it doesn't get broken, it doesn't get chipped, cracked. They're just so useful, and I love things that are useful that I don't have to worry about getting broken or chipped, and they can put them in the sink, and my little people can go and run and put them in the sink, and if they accidentally drop it, it's okay. So the camping mugs have been a huge win for us. Also, this enamel does not have a lot of the nasty chemicals in it. Like if you're getting mugs that are painted with paint from overseas, or all of the different types of materials that go into drinking mugs these days, I would definitely recommend like just stainless steel, glass, or enamel, or if you could do a really pretty clay mug. But I'd be afraid to have a clay mug at this season of my life with all of these boys in the house. So maybe a future me will have a very pretty clay mug, but not right now. I do have this little clay mug that I got from a thrift store find, which is really cool. So I do appreciate this one. But that's it for me. But again, just having all of the mugs up here in plain sight, easy for people to take out of the dishwasher, hang them up, we know where they go. It just makes life so easy. And then again, just my drawers, like I have them very simplified and just your basic things that you would need inside the drawers. Scary. This one's a little scary. But just things that you would need to cook are inside these drawers. And I don't try to keep it super organized in those drawers. They're just extra cooking utensils that don't get hung up, go in those two drawers. So if you're looking for something when you're cooking, our cooking's very basic these days, y'all, so it's a blessing. Back there are the rest of my teas. You can see them in there. So they're just loose leaf teas. And honestly, we haven't had a whole lot of loose leaf teas, but maybe going into this season, this fall and winter season, maybe we'll be grabbing some of those loose leaf teas and drinking from them. And then I already gave you the tour of my little back table that I'm just loving, super duper loving that. And again, it's the same idea with my mixing bowls and my Instapots and just everything just being out in the open, easily accessible, easy working kitchen, just easy to grab things. The pots and pans, I already told you. I love that. I like that. It's so easy and it's so basic. And those little shelves, you can just get them in different sizes from Home Depot or Lowe's. They're nothing fancy at all, just the black wire or black metal shelves. And I think they come in stainless or maybe something else too, but they're just so multi-purpose. I've used them in my pantry. I use them in my kids' room for extra storage shelves. I use them in my living room for toys and games. I just move them around and use them wherever we need them, and they're just great. Not a fashion statement. I'm sure they would not make a highlight on an Instagram reel, but that's okay. We're not out to impress anybody here. Anyway, just figured some of you mamas or daddies out there might get some inspiration and make your wife a little organizational area for her kitchen, somewhere to hang up utensils. It just makes life so easy and so nice, and I just appreciate it. So we'll see y'all in just a little bit.